What up, world? Back again. It's your boy VicXL, Country Rap Report. And you know what we do right here on the Country Rap Report? We give you some of the best interviews, some of the best reviews in the genre of country rap. Now, before we get into it, I want to always remind you guys, please make sure you subscribe to the channel at Riding Dirty Radio on YouTube, as well as make sure you keep up with us and follow us on all of our social media platforms at Riding Dirty Radio. I'm having a little problem here with my lights. All right, let me get situated. Okay. All right, so we're going to get into this thing, man. I got a very, very special guest tonight. We actually had an opportunity to talk to him earlier, actually at the end of last year. We're going to bring him on again today. He got some more things going on, and we're going to talk to my dude. All right. Ladies and boys and girls, welcome to Country Rap Report platform. The guy, Ryan Woodcock, a.k.a. Bloodhound. What's going on, my G?
What's up, man? What's up?
Hey, the first thing I got to say is, again, man, welcome to the platform. Very, very humbled and happy to have you here.
Man, thank you so much. Thank you for your platform, for giving artists like me an opportunity to do this, man. Ain't a lot of people that do it.
Hey, man, that beard that came in nice since the last time we talked.
Yeah. You looking good, too, man. You look like getting healthy, man. Looking good, like you had. So.
Hey, man, actually, in my town, we just went through a EF2 and an EF3 tornadoes in my town. So we're dealing with a lot of devastation. I was out power for about 24 hours, without internet service for about 48. But man, we're a small town, and we're getting a lot of people in the community to pitch in, and we're gonna make this thing bigger and better.
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, you're in Atlanta, Georgia, right?
I'm actually located about 30 minutes south of Atlanta in a town called Griffin, Georgia.
I've been there. Oh, I've been through Griffin. Going to Florida, I think.
Okay, definitely. Definitely, you can come through Griffin on 75 to get to anywhere in Florida.
Okay, 75. Yep, that was it. 75, I-10, I-110, 58, all them 69, all them big name interstates down here in the South. You know, they get a big name.
That's right. All right, look, man. So before we get too in depth with it, for anybody who might have missed our first opportunity talking, let the world again know where Bloodhound is from.
I'm from Gulfport, Mississippi. Social, Mississippi, Biloxi, Pascagoula, Long Beach, from Pascagoula all the way to Bay St. Louis, from Bay St. Louis all the way to Hattiesburg. Goddamn, when you look at the state of Mississippi, if you look all the way at the bottom, like bam, at the bottom, that's where I'm at.
All right, and what was the early childhood like for you?
Early childhood? Well, how far back you want to go? No. Man, yeah, a lot of people can say, "Oh, I had a good childhood. I was blessed." There was some things going on, obviously my mother, when I was born, my mother and father weren't married. So, you got, things going on. What mainly sometimes I write about it. Matter of fact, I just came out with a song called Prime. If you go to YouTube, look up Ryan Woodcock Bloodhound Prime. I don't know why they have silenced this song so bad. It's been on YouTube for about 2-3 weeks, and it's got 50 views. No, I'm sorry, it's got 1,400 now. But still, if you go listen to the lyrics of that song, it literally talks about my childhood and why I suffer from PTSD now, and things of that nature, talking about being sentenced and stuff. You just got to go hear the song.
Okay. All right. Well, look, you just mentioned two important things that I definitely want to talk about. PTSD. So you suffer from PTSD.
I do.
And without listening to the song, what do you think the roots of your PTSD are from?
My childhood. Oh, most definitely. Well, that's when it started. I would definitely say that's when it started. I think there's different levels to PTSD, which is kind of interesting if you look at it. I don't claim to be an expert on the matter. I am speaking from experience, but I try to I try to bring awareness to it. When you go look at some of my YouTube videos, you'll see at the bottom there's always a link to St. Jude. Try to do that. Here in town in Gulfport, Mississippi, we're fixing to be doing a fundraiser for a medical class. That's kind of what I wanted to maybe bring this up during this conversation. We're going to be doing an event in Gulfport, Mississippi called Rappers for Autism.
Okay.
And basically, there's a medical clinic here in Gulfport, Mississippi that does not have enough money to purchase a VR headset for their patients that have autism. So we want to raise some money, get them a VR headset. You know, obviously it helps people with autism. So we're going to try to put on a show, put on a concert, and feature some other artists in town. And so getting back to the PTSD thing, I think medical and health issues is very serious, you know, and me raising money, you know, the background I came from, that'd be a good thing for me to get into, good thing for Bloodhound to be a part of. But, you know, PTSD, somebody told me one time, they said the safety is not on the gun. The safety is right here. And when that was told to me one day getting off work or whatever, for me, for some reason, man, that hit home. I never forgot that.
Okay. Hey, you know, I agree with that. Because it's that mind of the individual holding the gun that really determines the outcome of everybody's life, the person holding it and the person on the other end. So yes, that mind is that's the real trigger. That's the safety. All right,
Yeah.
now you mentioned the word sentencing or sentence. So is it fair to say that you've had a run-in with authorities?
Yeah, that'd be fair to say. You know, I was listening to a song by Nipsey Hussle the other day called All My Life, Grinding All My Life, whatever the name of that song is. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just now hearing it like last month. I really don't listen to mainstream. I really don't.
Right.
But I heard it. I fell in love with Nipsey. But he said something in it. He said, "You can pull my file yourself. Something county jail, you could pull my file yourself." That's like me. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure down here in the state of Mississippi, from the juvenile center to county jail to the Mississippi Department of Corrections, they have a file that has Austin Ryan Woodcock on it, and it's probably yeah.
Okay. At what point in dealing with some of the situations you dealt with, PTSD, authority problems, at what point did you decide to say, you know what, I'm going to do a 360 and change my life and focus on this music?
I was looking at serving life in prison for murder. I was probably 20 years old. You know, Merle Haggard had a song, I turned 21 in prison doing life without parole. Well, I turned 20 in prison looking at life without parole. And it's kind of hard to talk about, but to change, that's a process. That doesn't happen immediately. You know, people, if you have a family member that's an addict, or you have a friend that's an addict or going through something, don't expect that person to change overnight. You know, that's a process that we have to go through, because it was a process to get us there. Right. And so you just have to reverse that process. And, you know, in my experience, you know, that's just, and so I recognized I was 19 years old when I was arrested for that charge. 19, I realized something had to change. Okay. And so that's when it began. Somebody took a spork off the food tray. Because of my age and the nature of my charge, when I got to jail, I went straight to lockdown and stayed in lockdown for 3 weeks. So I got fed in the cell, and on the tray is, you know, these sporks, half spoon, half fork.
Right.
And somebody had taken that, and they got on the top bunk and carved the name Jehovah in the ceiling. And I knew I had to make a change.
Okay. And when it comes to family life, with some of the things that you were dealing with, how did it affect your family life?
It greatly affected the family life. That's probably what's affected the most is family, and then from there, it affects community, and then from the community, it affects the larger populace, and so forth and so on until it affects the whole country. You see what they call now a mental health crisis.
Yes.
Man, it's been here. Where y'all been? You know, we've been going through. My dad. I grew up in a home where the father had PTSD and bipolar. So all we can do though is hope we come out on the good end of this, and change some lives for the better. That's what I hope to do with my music. Obviously, you got to be under a rock to know that they're starting to put gaps in our society. And so Bloodhound's just coming through, trying to bridge those gaps. If it kills me, so be it.
No doubt. No doubt. Now, let's bring people up to speed a little bit about the music. Because some people might not have watched the first interview. So I want to touch on some of the old things as well. First of all, how did you get involved with doing the music, and how has the music accompanied the change in your life?
I've always done music. I started to play the guitar when I was 14, and then my mother bought me a recording machine. This right here, a BR 900.
Oh, you still got it?
I still got it. Yeah, this is what I started out on, making beats. But man, I wanted to run the streets, man. I didn't care about music, you know what I'm saying? I was more concerned about living what they talked about than writing about it. Now that I'm a father with 3 children and a business and full-time job, it's different, but when I write, I come from that place, that state of mind, what I was going through at the time, what would I have said when I've been here, But obviously I jumped from that to software, self-trained. If you listen to my music and you go back all the way, even to my country music days, you can hear the recording slowly get better and better and gradually get better. And I came in the studio one day and was going to release a country song called Where We Live, it was released as a country song, but it's a rap song. If you go back and listen to it, you'll see it's a rap song. And I was like, you know what? Let's just roll with it. And now this year, 2023, I'm going to release a hip hop album called Crick Hop 2, and that's it. I'm done with hip hop. I'm not going to do hip hop no more. But
hold on, whoa. Let me stop you. So why are you going to remove your talent from a genre that is exploding right now?
Well, I kind of wanted to talk about this. I ain't gonna lie. Look, here, here's how I look at it, and here's what's really going on. I say I'm not going to do hip hop no more, but the type of music that I'm going to start recording and have already started recording, I can't help that it don't sound country or that it don't sound like it should be hip hop. I can't help that because I feel if I purposely did that, it would be fake. Okay. So if the music don't sound like hip hop, because it's not. However, some people consider it hip hop. I just call it, Southern rap.
All right, now, with that being said, I'm glad you said that. Your core fan base is going to keep you there.
Oh, absolutely. Shout out to them. Y'all know who y'all are. Absolutely.
So I thought when you said that, I thought you meant that you won't be rapping or doing cadences in the form of bars.
Oh, no. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to go further that way. Okay. Yeah, that's probably what's going to wind up happening. And then eventually, as I bring this whole thing back around, I'll probably pick the guitar up again and close out with some alternative Pink Floyd type stuff. I do. Don't get me wrong. New Year's. No, I'm sorry, not New Year's. A couple weeks after, we was having a bonfire out here, and got the guitar out, got by the bonfire, and that was lovely. Got the banjo out. I missed that. That meant more to me than actually putting on a big, show with money behind it. That meant a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? But New Year's, I was in Slidell with DJ T Swan. Shout out to DJ T Swan. I forgot the place we were at. He could tell you, but that's my boy there, T Swan. But yeah, man, I'm sorry. What was the question?
No, you mentioned. I want to use. You said you was with DJ T Swan. Y'all doing a show or?
I was just there supporting him.
Okay.
That's why I don't remember the venue. He's there a lot. No, I went up to him. I got there and went up to him to shake his hand. And the man grabbed me on stage, said, no, you belong up here. Pulled me up stage. So we kicked it with the DJ all night, brought in the New Year's, and really have fun, man.
Okay. All right. Now, we're in 2023. You are vastly approaching your release, the Year of the Hound. What can we expect for the people that have been rocking with you, and for the new people who are just now learning about Bloodhound? What can they expect from the Year of the Hound?
Probably some of the best hip hop I've ever produced in my life. I got my sister's going to be featured on it. I got a breakaway artist, singer, Amanda Crosby. She's going to be featured on it. I got another artist featured on it, and they got such a long name. I can't even remember the name, but we put a lot of sweat and blood into this one. Was going to release it at the very beginning of the year, but the funds just wasn't there, so kind of had to back it up. But that's the business of it. The funds ain't never there, but we always make a way, and so it would really mean a lot for everybody to get behind it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have merchandise coming out with it pretty soon, and so the Year of the Hound. The Year of the Hound is going to be a defining moment for Bloodhound.
All right, now why did you pick that title?
Because it's time. It's time. I mean, it's like a make or break type moment. It's like everybody's at the poker table and you playing poker and you outlasting the high roller poker player. They should have beat you, but now they gone. It's between you and the house man. And now you all in and you revealing the house to see what kind of cards they had the whole time. It's time. It's either make or break. And if it breaks, I get it. See, what a lot of people need to understand is when somebody tells another artist, hang on, you're going to make it, or hang in tight, you're going to make it. What that means is somebody has come along and invested millions in that person. For somebody to make it, somebody has to have the money. Eventually, the money runs out if something ain't popping, So I'll always make music. I'll always, have a love for music. But this is it. This is the Year of the Hound. Just like Nipsey Hussle said, rap money, I need too much. So it's time for people move out the way. If hip hop don't understand that, hip hop will. So,
okay, now let's talk a little bit about, because you have an extensive relationship with Haystack. Let's talk about the work you've done with Haystack and how did that relationship come about?
Haystack's a good dude. He's got a big heart. He'll probably literally work with any artist if they just reach out to him. Haystack instilled in me, in his own little way, the rules of the game. It's got to make money. It is a business. If you're an artist and you're wanting to reach out to Haystack, you got to have a couple grand in your pocket. And he gave me that mentality as well. If you want to come a Bloodhound, come with me. Now I'll help out people everywhere I can. But if you want to come and be on my record, all right, well, how much money you got behind this record? Do you own the beat? All that stuff matters, I didn't know none of that. Getting money from the venue owners, from that, what shows to do, what shows not to do on tour, how much you should be charging people on tour, this type of stuff. He really put me up on game.
Okay. All right. So would it be fair to call him a mentor?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. I give a lot of props to Haystack, as people should, whatever personal vendettas they have towards him or whatever. But I remember I was there. Haystack kind of built this genre. So at least down here in Tennessee, in Mississippi.
I agree. Also, what's your relationship with Colt Ford?
I've never met him. I do appreciate the shout out he gave me.
Hmm?
So obviously he knows about me. Um, I've met with some people at Average Joe's studio, the record label he owns,
Yes.
but that's probably about the extent of it. He has one of his producers, John Connor. I worked with him probably last year at one time on a daily basis. We've talked a couple times this year, and so we got a banger that's going to be released on Crick Cop 2. It's got me playing the guitar, me playing the banjo. He put the beat together. What John Connor's doing is amazing, man. And so that's probably about the extent of it. Just business type relationship.
Okay. But the fact that you're on their radar is a good thing because Average Joe, Average Joe's is one of the initial powerhouses, or when it comes to record labels, to push country rap to the forefront.
Absolutely. Just like Haystack need recognition for the genre, Average Joe's needs recognition for pushing that genre.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest, they were one of the first labels that had like an exclusive deal through Walmart. Like you could get all their product in Walmart across the country. They had an exclusive deal with Walmart. I thought it was really, really dope at the early onset of the emergence of country rap.
Wow.
I like to ask a lot of artists this question. What does the term country rap or hip hop means to you when it comes to music?
It means that you can take some of the golden eras of country music, not eras of country music, and the golden eras of hip hop, and mix them together and come out with a whole new genre. There would be no hip hop if it wasn't for rap. There would be no hip hop if it wasn't for country. I fear, though, let me go on record and say this right now. Just like with hip hop, how it became about clubs, rims, and women and stripping, and that's what anybody ever talked about. I fear the same thing might happen to hip hop. Bonfire, truck, beer, drinking. And the feeling, the life experience. That's why people listen to music. That's why people relate to music. They have life experiences and they can relate to that. I look at all the artists on Spotify or all the artists on Apple iTunes, and I ain't gonna lie, the first thing that pops in my mind is competition. People send me artists from time to time to listen to. Like, bro, I can't help you. I'm trying to get where you trying to get. Yeah. But it's like they send me these artists, and I sit back and I've looked, are they really competition? I'll go through Facebook and I will listen to people's music that they post on these Spotify link Facebook pages and the group chats. I will scroll through and listen to their music, and I will hear some good people. But it's like 3 or 4 out of like 10,
Right.
So I just feel like hip hop is a growing genre. It's got a lot of potential, and it has so much more to do. I think there's going to be at least two or three more Average Joes, just hadn't been built yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Major labels actually just took a chance on a country rap artist, and I thought that was really, really big for the majors.
Awesome.
Now the major labels know that the genre is out here, and I really seen the growth in the genre during the pandemic. It's like it exploded when the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
What caused that? I don't know, but I'm glad for it.
I think, I'm not sure. I think one thing that caused that is they were able to get together in these mud parks and these fields and throw these, we did them here in Mississippi, and nobody's going to shut that. You don't got to have a vaccine to come out by the bonfire,
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I think that definitely played a big part in it. But now that's gone and out the way. You're right. It did explode and emerge. Who's the artist that the major label took a chance on?
His name is Jamie Ray. I'll be having him on the show real soon.
Oh, Jamie Ray. Okay. Hey, tell him Bloodhound is liking what he's doing, man. I tell you what, there's a venue in Mississippi called Orangutans, and me and him was supposed to do that venue It never went through. I can't think of the name of the promoter right now, but he might have heard of me. But me and him was supposed to do that. Now that I remember, but tell him I said, "What's up, man?" So he got signed to a major. What's the name of the label?
Epic.
Oh, he was signed with Epic.
Epic.
Wow.
So they released a project on him. Just for me throwing a month out there, let's say October. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure if they knew how to market it because they only released one video and they put a whole project out on him. I personally think maybe they should have released a couple more singles and visuals before they threw the project out. But I'm still happy that the labels know that the genre is there. So someone's got to come through and break the mold. So he's broke the glass ceiling when it comes to being noticed by majors.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Speaking as a businessman, yes, he did. I wish my label would kind of recognize this more. Bentley Records. Shout out to Luca Days. They definitely see potential in it too, though, because they approached me. I'm just kind of wishing that more major labels will sign bigger hip hop artists. I'm trying to think of the name. Big Smo. Man, he done a lot for the genre. I'm glad he lost all that weight, by the way.
He had some heart issues going on, but actually Smo was the first artist in the genre to have a reality show. So, there are different people giving the genre opportunities, and it's going to only create a snowball effect.
Right.
So, with it being so many artists, so much talent, you're going to start, in my opinion, you'll start seeing, I think you eventually see people in the genre in commercials and on, I'm surprised at this point. I'm a huge Yellowstone fan. I'm surprised Yellowstone hadn't at least threw one country rap song on the show in the backdrop somewhere.
Shout out to Yellowstone for real. that would bring the show together. Man, I know a lot of people that are addicted to that show. But yeah, man, I never really watched it, man. I never really did. But yeah, you're right, man. It can only get bigger. I really think that Colt Ford had a huge hand in it too.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, we got to give props to him.
Colt Ford. Speaking of Colt Ford, last year he actually released a record with Kevin Gates and Jermaine Dupri, which I also think is huge when it comes to crossing the genres of hip hop and hip hop.
All right, so check this out. So Kevin Gates owns a farm in Mississippi. They know, everybody knows about the farm in Louisiana, but he owns a farm in Mississippi that's joining properties with Colt Ford.
Ooh.
So I'm wondering, in the music video that they did together with the race car around the racetrack. I can't think of the name of the song right now. Colt Ford and Kevin Gates. That racetrack is right down the road from their farm. So I'm wondering if that's how they ran into each other, got to know each other. Kevin Gates loves animals. He likes birds, and he has chickens and exotic animals and things of this nature.
Yeah. But I think that's a huge, huge look. Hey, do you have a tentative release date for Year of the Hound?
Look for it the first week of February.
Oh, so it's right around the corner.
Yeah, it's right around the corner. Look for it streaming. Probably last week of February.
Okay.
But it'll be on YouTube for free and ryansmusic.com for free. If you want a copy of the album, that's $100 though, to have an actual physical copy.
Okay.
$100 a piece.
So
learned that from Nipsey.
Yeah, opposite. You're doing the Nipsey Hussle. Hey, Nipsey Hussle sold quite a few of those things for $100.
Hey, you know what? I don't expect to do Nipsey Hussle numbers, but I'm gonna learn what I can, and that's one thing I learned from that. And so let's put it to work. All they can do is say no.
Yeah. When you do the physical copy for $100, we're gonna put this out there now. Will it just be a physical copy, or will there be merch accompanying it, or what would you get for the $100?
I think it's just the copy.
Okay.
I don't know. That's a good idea. That's something we need to work on. A merch packet with the album. The album itself is gonna be crazy too. How we order it, you can get the book.
Okay.
So we're gonna do that. We done got a photo shoot. I mean, there's a lot that goes into an album to do it right, you know.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, I tell you what, I got some people that'll pay $100 for that album. That's what made me kind of do it too. You got to look at it as a money thing. Yes, that's looking at it as a money thing.
But that's okay. You know, a lot of people, now this is something I've learned in the genre of country rap. A lot of people get offended when money comes out. But I think everyone who does this from a music standpoint, to a production standpoint, to a DJ standpoint, to a media standpoint, we're doing this to change our family lives. And you can't do that without finances.
That's right. You can't do nothing without finances. When we was talking to deals for this show in Gulfport, this Rappers for Autism, the rapper that is over Rappers for Autism, he literally said, I don't want to make no money off this. I don't want no dime. Any money we make goes to raising for the VR headset, which that's commendable. I'm not making a dime off of it either. We're raising money for but the money that goes to backing these shows, my manager, I told him straight up, I said, I'm just tell you straight up, my manager's going to want money though.
Right.
Yeah, my manager, because he understands it takes money for this to happen. You know, it takes, you know, so, but we're going to give they're going to get their VR headset, you know. And so, you got to have, it is a business. Rap is a business. I remember the first time last year that I told a guy that I would charge him for a feature. If any young rappers out there listening and you have trouble telling people you finna charge them for a feature, I told him this. You have to look at this as a business. You are a business. I think you can have an LLC on yourself. It could be Bloodhound LLC. So if you don't run it like a business, nobody will ever hear your music.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Now, before I let you go, you mentioned being a father. Do you foresee your children pursuing music? And do you encourage it?
Absolutely. My son is 7 and my youngest twins are 4. And I already hear them mimicking words. They love Pink Flamingo. Oh man, play Ryan Woodcock, Pink Flamingo on Alexa over and over. You know, they love what's that song? Mass Wolf. What's the name of that song? What you know about rolling down in the deep? They run around the house. Look, they 3 feet high to a grasshopper. And they run around the house all day saying that. What you know about rolling? So, yeah, I could see music in them. They got behind the drum set here. I don't know if you can see the drum set.
That's it.
They got behind the drum set probably at my oldest boy got behind it at 4, and he was playing a little beat. You know, got the foot and the timing right. So yeah, it's definitely a possibility.
Okay, all right. Is that something that you'll be excited about, Dad? Executive producing a project with the kids?
Absolutely, man. You know, I try not to think about it because if it don't happen, then
right,
let them go their own way in life. But absolutely, man. If it does happen, all glory to God, man. He's been blessing me, and I don't see why he wouldn't bless them. But it's just something that we'll have to see in time.
Okay. All right, man. Before I let you go, again, reiterate when people can expect this project and let these people know how to find you on social media.
Yeah, the album's called The Year of the Hound. Be looking for it on Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, all that, probably last week of February. You can get it early, though, at ryansmusic.com, rynzmusic.com. And if you want to know about me, just Google Ryan Woodcock Bloodhound. And don't pay attention to the bad stuff. Just read the good stuff.
I've never seen anything bad.
That's good.
I've never seen anything bad. And from where I stand, salute, my G. You're an awesome dude. I haven't heard anything negative on your name. So if there are bad things out there, then the haters ain't doing their job good enough. They're not pushing it to the forefront. Because all I'm
Yeah,
saying is you're a good dude.
yeah.
My G, you forgot to let them know. They also can get that physical copy for how much?
$100 bill, Mr. Benjamin Franklin, $100 bill. But I'll be working on the merch packet, and we just got the store up and running. The website was down for Christmas of all times. The website was down for Christmas, and but we got it back up and running, so you can get Year to Hound physical copy, $100 bill. It's gonna have a book. We're gonna come up with some great stuff. When you open it, you never know. I might pop out and strip for you. You just never know.
No, no, not for the bill.
Tell you, yeah, give my 100 back.
My last question for anyone who wants to know and might want to get in their car, their vehicle to travel. Rappers for Autism. Do y'all have a date for this show?
We do not have a date locked in for the show. However, if you want to help, if you want to donate to the show, you can email leather8680@yahoo.com. We will come out with annually reports on where all the money went. But we're going to use it to do a rap concert. So if you want to donate to that, leather8680@yahoo.com.
All right, now look, you do me a favor. When y'all lock in a date and a venue, you make sure you inbox me, and I'll make sure I do a short that goes on my Instagram, my TikTok, my Facebook, as well as my YouTube, announcing the show for Rappers for Autism.
All right, I got it right. Inbox riding dirty. I'll do it.
All right. Woodcock, it's always, you know what? I don't know to call you Ryan Woodcock, or Bloodhound.
Woodcock. Everybody calls me Woodcock.
Woodcock, it's always an honor and a pleasure to talk to you, my G.
All right, man. God bless you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's my dude Woodcock. Y'all make sure he's got a brand new project. It's going to be dropping. It's going to be dropping the last week of February. Make sure you check it out. Get you a copy. If you got your fresh, brand new $100 bill, then make sure you buy your physical copy. My man is definitely taking the Nipsey Hussle route, doing the $100 hard copy. I've seen a lot of artists do that. It's not actually a bad idea, especially if you package it up and do a merch pack. Maybe you send them out a CD, something, I don't know. Artists, take a chance on yourself. Invest in yourself. This is about changing your family's life and making some money. Now, before I get up out of here, this episode of the Country Rap Report is brought to you by Asset Distribution. Asset Distro is the best in-class music distribution platform for artists, labels, and right holders. Distribute your music worldwide while cutting out the middleman and retaining ownership of your content. Log on to Asset Distribution to sign up today. All right, and that's www.assetdistro.com. Again, that's www.astro.com. Tell them VicXL and the Riding Dirty Show or the Country Rap Report sent you. All right, till next time, it's your boy VicXL. Y'all do me a favor and just be a good person. Peace.